Hello, I'm Kyle. I'm the technical content developer at Maple Systems. Welcome to the Maple Systems video training series. In this video, I'm going to cover Modbus RTU and TCP configuration between a Maple PLC and a CMT 3102X HMI, the PLC as the slave and the HMI as the master device. I'll be configuring the PLC in Maple Logic and the CMT device in EasyBuilder Pro software, but you can connect to any device that has Modbus capabilities. First, I will be covering Modbus RTU configuration. Here is a diagram for connecting a PLC ES1616P Maple Modular PLC to a CMT 3102X HMI via Modbus RTU Communication. Please keep in mind that you can also use any of the three Maple Micro PLCs. So you would connect the TX wire on the PLC to the TX wire on the HMI, connect the RX wire on the PLC to the RX wire on the HMI, and the ground wire on the PLC to the ground wire on the HMI. To get more information on serial connection wiring with one of our Maple PLCs and a CMT device, you can always visit the Maple Systems website or contact our complimentary technical support. This diagram can also be found on the How to Connect Your Maple PLC and Maple HMI using Modbus RTU and TCP Communications tutorial page on the Maple Systems website. I want to go over how you will set up Modbus Communication, so we'll go to Parameter, double click, and then PLC parameter, and we're using channel 1 RS232 serial connection. So we'll go to channel 1 here, and here is your communication parameters, and these are the default settings in Maple Logic: 9600 for a baud rate, even for parity, 8-bit for data bit, and 1-bit for stop bit. So this is all you'll need to do here in Maple Logic. Now let's go over to EasyBuilder Pro. I want to show you how you would add a Modbus RTU master device in EB Pro. So go to System Parameters. So here is the Modbus RTU master device. You would simply just go to New Device. Then in the list here, scroll down to Modbus, and you would just select Modbus, the RTU master device here, and then select RS232. Now keep in mind, RS232, we're actually going to be using COM3 here. Cannot use COM1. We're going to use COM3 9600. This has to match the settings in Maple Logic, and as well make sure the station number matches. So this is station number 1, and then once it's set up, you can hit OK. Okay, this covers the Modbus RTU configuration between the slave and master device. Next, I'm going to cover Modbus TCP configuration, and here is a network configuration for Modbus TCP communication. The PLC is the TCP slave device, the CMT is the TCP master device, and here is your PC. All three devices are going into an Ethernet switch, and they all have different IP addresses, but are using the same subnet, but the last octet is different. So that subnet is 255, and the last octet for the CMT is 33, the PLC is 35, and the PC is 100. You can also view this diagram on the How to Connect Your Maple PLC and Maple HMI using Modbus RTU and TCP Communications tutorial page on the Maple Systems website. Okay, now I'm back in Maple Logic. I'm going to show you the configuration for setting up a Modbus TCP slave device. So the PLC will be the slave device. Go to PLC parameter, double click, Ethernet, and here is where you enter the IP address for the slave device. So the slave device is the PLC, so you'll enter 192.168.255.35 and make sure the subnet mask and gateway is the same as the master device, and they're on the same subnet, which is 255, but the last octet must be different. Once you do that, you'll just hit OK. And so here is your master device. So this is the IP address for the CMT 3102X. So as you can see, like I just mentioned, it's on the same subnet, 255, but that last octet is different. It's 33, and that's all you need to do here to set up the Modbus TCP slave. Now let's go to EasyBuilder Pro. Okay, now let's configure your master device in EB Pro. Go up to System Parameters. I already have it configured here, but I just want to show you how I set this up. Go to New Device, go to Device Type, down to Modbus TCP IP Master, click here, then select Ethernet and go to Settings, and here is where you type your Modbus slave IP address, so it'll be the same IP address you entered in Maple Logic, so 192.168.255.3.5, then hit OK. And so here is the master device. This is the IP address for this CMT device. So to access this, you will need to click the System Settings button at the top left of your CMT device, which brings you to this screen. If you click Information, you'll be able to see your IP address. To change your IP address, you'll need to click this button here and then enter your system password, which by default is 6 ones, and then you'll be able to change your network settings and you'll be able to change your IP address. And that's all you'll need to do here. This is all I'll be covering today. In part 2, I'll be going over Modbus RTU and TCP addressing, ladder diagram, and going online, and showing the slave and master device communicating through RTU and TCP. So please watch the next video. To get more information, you can also visit the How to Connect Your Maple PLC and Maple HMI using Modbus RTU and TCP Communications tutorial page on the Maple Systems website. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.